Hello and welcome. Now in this video we're going to be talking about what you can do to do what person is asking in our survey. And in answer to the question, what can we do to help you in your business, this is what this person wrote in to the survey. They wrote the answer, I want to be able to get over the overload and get going in the right direction. So we want to give a brief plan for those of you who may be dealing with that very situation. Now we're going to start with a very simple plan. This is not going to be your career in internet marketing, but it's going to get you started. So I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you, what do you know well? Okay, what do you know well or better than others? And I'm sorry to type here. And you probably know something, or you do something, or you've had some experience that you know better than other people. So instead of belaboring over what niche you're going to be in, or even whether or not it's a sellable niche, let's just start with this. One area that you know better, that you have more experience in, that you have studied, that you know extremely well, and let's just take that subject matter. Right? So the next question is going to be, what problem can you solve with what you know? So if it's if it's a particular area, maybe it's, let's say it's plumbing, let's say it's carpentry, let's say it's being an auto mechanic, let's say it's something. Again, you want to know, what is the problem that what you know can solve. If it's computer repair work, what problem can you solve with what you know? Next, go to the Warrior Forum and check the WSO board. Go to JVZoo, go to ClickBank. Start taking a look at some of the other digital products to find out whether or not there is someone who is seeking a solution. Look in online forums. Look on Facebook. Look in LinkedIn. Try to find out what problem people are actually trying to solve. Take one of the problems that you solve and then solve it based on your knowledge, based on your experience, and then teach it to someone else in 10 steps. So write out the 10 steps. Take a PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to show you just how you're going to do this. Okay, so I'm going to take my PowerPoint presentation, and let's say that the problem that I'm trying to solve is, how can I want to get a job with my master's degree teaching. Right? Okay, so let's say that that's the problem I know how to solve. And I do. I know how to solve that for somebody. How can they get a job teaching college or university with their master's degree? So I'm going to now break that solution into 10 steps, and I'm going to do that by just writing each step on one slide. So I've now done my course outline over the last 15 minutes. I did it actually off camera. And so I've gone through the 10 steps. Finding universities that have degree programs in your job, finding the contact people in the departments where you want to teach, creating the curriculum vitae to fill the job you want, writing an effective cover letter to those people, writing an informational letter to the people, finding out how to get your transcript and getting it, getting academic references, alternative contact methods. So these are some things that I did that other people did not do. Alternatives to writing cover letters. Filling out applications through human resources. Once you get the interview, how to ace them, and then passing the background check, and then of course I would conclude. So I've got 13 modules, right, that I've outlined this problem in. So now what's the next step? All right, step 5 now, create videos, ebook, and MP3s using Camtasia. One thing you can do is you can create your videos first and your MP3s, and then you can have those transcribed and turned into your ebook. Right? If you want to do some extra, include some articles for other information. And I'll tell you why you're going to do that in a minute. So that's step 5. Okay, next you're going to write a sales page. You're going to write a sales letter. Now when you do this, you're not going to try to recreate the reel. Your job is not to be like Dan Kennedy. If you need to, just go and look at some other sales pages. Just at this point, we're just trying to get you moving. So just mimic what you see and other people do. Write a sales page. Then use a page builder. So don't try to do anything fancy. Just get a page builder like Optimize Press, ClickFunnels. If you don't have the money to get started, then just get one of the trials and do a trial with ClickFunnels, and then get your sales page up. All right, step 7. Choose a marketplace and set up your product. Do not let this decision go beyond an hour. Okay, again, this is just to kind of get you moving. So JVZoo, Warrior Plus, Warrior Forum, doesn't matter. Just choose a marketplace, get your product set up there. Okay, so you've got your sales page, get your product set up page, and get your buy button from the marketplace. So, once again, just don't spend a lot of time thinking about it. Just go ahead and just kind of move forward, get this done. Okay, you should now have a product for sale. Go now where the traffic is and put your sales page in front of people. And you want to make sure that it's in front of the people that are actually going to be looking to buy. So go where they're talking about the things, talking about where the problem that you're solving. Go to those forums, put it in your signature file, put it in where you can have discussions in LinkedIn, on social media, in Facebook groups. Again, now don't be a stalker and don't be a jerk, right? And be polite. Make sure you're following the conventions of the place where you're in, and then get your product in front of the people. See what they think about it. Nobody buys it. There is a next step. So let's talk about step 9. Okay, let's say that this is overwhelming for you. Let's say you didn't, for whatever reason, right? Maybe you just feel like you don't know enough, that you couldn't get it in front of people and you couldn't get it any traffic. You're going to go to the Warrior Forum and you're going to turn this into resale rights. So give your product resale rights or PLR, and then put it in the Warrior Forum. Now on that sales page you created, you're going to put an exit pop on there. Get an exit pop script. They're pretty common. You probably have one on your hard drive that you got with some bonus. Put an exit pop on your sales page, then connect your autoresponder to it, so that people have to opt in order to get whatever your bribe is going to be. So your exit pop's going to say, hey, before you go, here's something that would benefit you. Make sure it's related to what you're selling, and then give them a special report, and then they have to opt in for your report. Whatever's related to what your offer is going to be. Just get them into your autoresponder, and then what you're also going to do is make sure that your autoresponder is connected to whatever you're selling in the Warrior Forum, right? So, and if you and really and truly, let's say I'm going to go back up to where we talked about putting your product in a marketplace. When you choose a marketplace and you actually set up your product, make sure that you have your autoresponder set up, right? It's so that it's it auto connects, right? So that your buyers get placed into your mailing list. Okay, so now you've got your exit pop and your autoresponder on your sales page. You've got it set up when a sale comes in. And now let's say for some reason nobody buys your product, right? Nobody buys your product. Well, what you're going to do next now is you're going to turn that product into a free product and report. But now before you actually start advertising it as a free report, I've got one more step that I'm going to suggest that you do. Okay, so now before you do that, find some product creators with similar products. Make sure they're hot selling. Make sure they're upcoming. Check Muncheye and JV Notify Pro. See who's got something coming up, and then find some of those product creators and then offer to place your completed product as a bonus on their download page. Of course, you'll get the opt-ins. They get a bonus, and then they're actually getting a paid product, because remember, you've already gone through this step of putting it on the Warrior Forum. It just maybe didn't sell, so now what you're going to use it for is you're going to use it to collect leads. Now the question is, why go through this? Why go through this exercise if I'm not quite sure exactly what it's going to do? Well, by doing this exercise, you're going to be discovering a lot of things along the way about what you want to do, what you don't want to do, and what value you have to offer to the marketplace. Someplace along the way, you're going to discover what it is that people would be interested in having you do, what people would be interested in learning from you, what people would be interested in having you do for them. And so you are going to discover the marketplace exactly where it is. One of the problems with getting started, and I remember this when I got started, is until you test something of yours in the marketplace, you really have no idea of whether or not a niche is going to work. You have no idea of whether, and I don't even care if there are no keywords in it, right? And I've heard that if you go into a market, there's nobody there already, And that's evidence that it's probably not a good niche. All it is just evidence that there's no searches there. There's no keywords there. There's no evidence of what the market is going to do. And remember, you can always use the product you create in order to have people opt in for it, right? Once you've turned it to PLR or resale rights. Okay, so really, this is a way to get you moving forward so that in the process you'll actually discover what it is that you really do want to do. You'll discover what market you do want to be in. And no, this might not be your cup of tea. Selling on the Warrior Forum and all this stuff might not be what you want to do, but it's going to get you moving forward. It's going to force you to, at least for this period of time, it's going to stop you from buying anything. It's going to start you to selling something and using your autoresponder and using those things that you already have on your hard drive. Okay, so with that, thanks. Thank you for the question, whoever asked it, and I look forward to doing another question with you in our next video.